Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! Peekaboo, I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available Christmas 2024, the album, the influencer edition. Dad, shimmy, shimmy, I have a new one for you guys today. Are you ready? Cause when I think of you, Christie, nothing else seems to matter. Cause when I think of you, raw beauty Christie, all I think about is our love. Oh my God, I practiced that like 5 times. Okay, I have to make sure. Hold on a second. You know what it is? It's that I don't have my lip treatments yet. So let me get my lip treatments on real quick. Hold on a second. And then we're gonna try that again. I had it nailed. I've been listening to the Control album. I've been listening to Janet Jackson. Yo, Janet, I'm about to get this. You want this, but do you really think that you can get this at first you dissed us? Now you want to kiss this. Tell them, girls. Too late you missed this, Christy. Because we need a man that's swift, quick. I cannot sing today. I mean, I can't sing any day, but we need a man that's swift, quick, and clever, ready at the drop of a dime to do whatever, not trying to front or fake to save face, because I'm with that day, anytime, any place. Tell them, Christy. Cause when I think of you, Christie, nothing else seems to matter. Cause when I think of you, Christie, all I think about... I cannot get that line right. Okay. Cause when I think of you, Christie, nothing else seems to matter. Cause when I think of you, raw beauty Christie, all I think about is our love. Okay, it's just, that's enough. I can't do it anymore. I'm never gonna get it. I'm never gonna nail it. Oh my Lord. And to think that I wasn't even gonna make a drama video today. Now that song's gonna be stuck in my head for the rest of the day, okay? So what's up with this guy? Do you really like him that much? Yes, honey, I love him. He is fine. Well, I know he does a lot of nice things. I can't get any song right today. Janet Jackson. Janet. Yo, Janet, I'm about to get this. That's actually not the Control album. That's MC Light. But anyway, Janet, okay. Let's pull it. People have never watched my videos before. They're like, what the F is going on right now? And you know what? I don't really care. Because the other day, I did a Raw Beauty Christie video with no intro. Okay, so today, you get double the fun, okay? So what's up with this guy? Do you really like him that much? Yes, honey, I love him. He is fine. He does a lot of nice things for me. I know he used to do nice stuff for you, but what has Christie done for you lately? Cause when I think of you, raw beauty Christie, nothing else seems to matter. Cause when I think of you, raw beauty Christie, all I think about is our love. Okay, I've got to stop. I could do a whole Janet Jackson montage, and I kind of just did. Actually, I almost did 4 minutes of a montage of Janet Jackson a la to the tune of Raw Beauty Christie. Okay, how are you guys doing today? How are you doing? Happy Thursday. It is a gloomy and dreary Thursday in Indianapolis, okay? It's gloomy and it's dreary outside. Although I am happy because it just started snowing, so it's kind of Christmassy outside today. And I woke up today and I was like, you know what? I think I'm just going to do my vlog today. I'm just going to do my vlog, and I'm actually going to go over there. I haven't for a while, responded to some questions. So if you guys do not watch my vlog, probably every 2 to 3 weeks, I go over there and I just maybe even every 2 weeks, I go over there and I just read through the comments on the vlogs, and then I just kind of respond to the vlogs and stuff like that. And yeah, I also give my very important update of all the TV shows that I watched the night before, and whether I walked or not, what I ate, what I did, all that kind of stuff. So today, I'll be like, so Alex and I caught up on the Housewives last night, and then I'll give you my opinions about the Housewives. I'll tell you about my books that I read last night and stuff like that. And then we're coming up on my sobriety birth date, and so I've been talking a lot about sobriety over there, talking about the early days of sobriety. I've been crying, I've been laughing over in my vlog, and so today I was like, you know what, I haven't responded to comments for a while, so I usually go through there and I respond to some comments. So I was like, okay, that's what I'm going to do today. I'm just going to do a vlog. It's dreary outside, it's gloomy. I just want to listen to cozy mysteries about Christmas, in all honesty. You know, baby, I got to finish. Well, this isn't really a cozy Christmas mystery, but I started watching Krampus the other night, and I got to finish it. So that's a Christmas horror movie, but I love it so much. So last night, I think I have 10 or 15 minutes left of it. So I'm going to watch the end of Krampus, and then yeah, so I got a lot of stuff to do tonight. I mean, nothing really important. And my walking pad came yesterday. So I was going to do a whole video, like, putting it together and showing that and stuff like that, but I don't know if I'm going to do all that. But I am going to unpack it tonight. So, I got lots of things to do. And so I was thinking, I'm just going to do this vlog where I respond to comments. And then I was, like, laying there, and I was like, well, why don't I do a drama video where I respond to comments? Because, listen, I tried, okay? I tried, y'all. Mama tried. Mama tried. And not just with the intro today, okay? I tried. Y'all love that song, Mama Tried. Oh my God, it's one of my favorite songs. Anyway, I tried so hard, okay? No, I did. I mean, it really wasn't me trying. It was really authentic. But the other day, I did a video on this channel. It's actually like 2 days ago I did this video. And the video is called... You might want to watch this previous video before you watch this video today. The video is called Raw Beauty Christie Addresses Taboo Topics, The Problem with Raw Beauty Christie. Okay, and so I had watched this video of Christie's where it was like a Q&A, and she said she was going to talk about, like, you know, I can't remember what she called it, but like Q&A of everything you've wanted me to talk about, and I've never been willing to address, or something like that is what she called it. So I was like, oh, this will be interesting. People were sending it to me, and I was like, okay, so I'll watch it. And in all honesty, I was kind of delightfully surprised. Now, did it surprise me that, you know, so people call December AdSense month. Before I get into this, I want to explain this. They call December AdSense month, which means, like, if you're going to do, like, videos that you think are going to get a ton of views, December wouldn't be the month that you would want to post those videos, because supposedly the AdSense money is so much better in December than it is the rest of the year, because companies are paying higher for ads and things like that, because there's a lot of holiday shopping that's going on and a lot of holiday ads and stuff like that. And there are also, like, a lot of movie ads that are coming out this time of year. Like, movie ads pay a lot, things like that. And so you want to, like, if you're going to do a video that's going to get a lot of views, you want to do it during the month of December, supposedly. I'm not really sure, as somebody that's been on YouTube for now 8.5 years, so 8 Decembers, I'm not really sure I necessarily agree with December being the AdSense month, okay? I mean, without getting into the specifics, I mean, I might have, like, September might be a good month and December might be my worst month. It just depends sometimes, right? You just never know. It's kind of a month-to-month kind of thing. And so I'm not necessarily sure that I agree with that. Well, with drama, it's kind of different, because it's kind of like whatever pops off, you know, whenever. If there's nothing going on in December, then probably December's not going to be your best month. But supposedly, ads pay like 3 to 4 times as much in December as they would, let's say, in like January. Like, January is supposed to be like the worst month of the year. This has not been, I will tell you, just like the case in what I have personally seen and what friends of mine have seen. But supposedly, for most creators out there that are just kind of like posting regular videos and stuff like that, that December is supposed to be a high AdSense month. So apparently, I must have said, I do not remember saying this, okay, but in my several videos that I did covering Raw Beauty Christie, apparently I said, because a couple of you guys said in the comments, you called this, you said that she was going to do this. I must have said that if she was going to come out and address anything, she was going to come out and address it in December, because it was AdSense month and she would probably make money. Now, on a channel like Christie's, okay, where she's doing like makeup reviews, if she's doing pretty consistent stuff, like, I don't really know how to explain this. Okay, so for like a drama channel, if like drama would explode, if something huge would happen like in June and July, then June and July would be like big months for us. It wouldn't necessarily be about like where the ads are. Does that make sense? It's like when the drama pops off. Okay, but for a channel that's like a makeup reviewer, like Manny, Tati, you know, Laura, Jacqueline, Jeffrey, they don't post videos anymore. But let's just say if they did, okay, and they're doing makeup reviews, and like they're doing, let's say, 2 videos a week, and every video of theirs is like a makeup review or a tutorial or whatever, and they're just consistently posting the same kind of videos, then their AdSense in like November, December would shoot up, because they're going to get higher paid ads even though they're doing the same kind of videos. Does that make sense? So for them to do a video that they think is going to get a lot of views, December would probably be a smart month for them to do it, is what I'm saying. Okay, so when I made that comment, what I was saying was, if Christie's going to come out and she's going to talk about some shit, she's going to talk about it in December. Just like when she was doing her Q&As before, where she would talk about unpopular opinions, or she would talk about, you know, like, you know, I mean, I talk about unpopular opinions too, but my unpopular opinions are like, do you like Taylor Swift or not? You know what I mean? I know, listen, I'm so sorry for all of you out there that the Eras tour is over. I've been seeing it on the Instagram. People are losing their minds at the tour. She's going to come back. It's going to be okay. Next summer, she'll probably be touring again. She'll have 2 albums out, and the tickets will be $3,000, and y'all will, you know, I don't know, sell your firstborn child to go to Taylor Swift or something like that. But she's going to be back. It's going to be okay. Taylor Swift's going to be back, okay? Taylor Swift is going to be back, okay? And she's going to be back. So, she's had so many eras at this point. Listen, I'm 53 and I haven't had as many eras, okay, as Taylor Swift has. So, she's going to be back. It's going to be okay. But anyway, what was I going to say? So anyway, I must have predicted months ago that Robbie Christie was going to do this. Oh, this is what I was going to say about unpopular opinions. So I do unpopular opinions videos, but I'll talk about like, whatever anybody asks me. I'll put it up like Instagram, like what are the unpopular opinions? And people will be like, what do you think about Chapel Roan? And things like that. So anyway, apparently, I was not aware of this, but, well, we'll get into that we'll save that for another video. But anyway, but she'll do these controversial, like, unpopular opinions, like when she was talking about, like, the 8-passenger situation and Colleen Ballinger, beauty gurus, and things like that. And I noticed when I, you know, was, like, kind of, like, tracking what she was doing, I noticed that Christie was posting those videos at the end of the month, like, right before the month would cut off. So, if she was posting it, let's say, 3 days before the month ended, that would be on that paycheck. Does that make sense? Okay. So, I'm trying to kind of like think of an analogy, but I think y'all get it. So she was making sure that that video, like she always posted it like right at the very end of the month. So I kind of like said that if she was going to do a video where she was going to talk about a bunch of stuff, she would wait till December to talk about it. A lot of people do this kind of stuff. It's not just Christie. A lot of people save big videos for December and stuff like that. Sadly, I don't have any big videos for December. I don't. Can somebody fuck up out there so I can have a big video for December? I don't have any big videos for December. I got a few videos, but they're not big videos, you know what I mean? So anyway, but I got some fun stuff planned. I mean, like a Christmas rant and stuff like that. Oh, wow, I got Peter Safe's Christmas rant and 4,000 views. But anyway, so I started seeing that comment that I got, okay, that on my video that Christie was like, you know, she was waiting until December, and people were like, oh, Peter, you called it. You said she would. I don't remember calling that, first of all, okay? I mean, I don't script my videos. I sometimes take notes, like I did the other day. I took some notes when I was watching her video, but I very rarely, like, I don't script videos at all. Like, when people read, I don't do all that, okay? I don't have a teleprompter. I don't. I know it's hard to believe, but sometimes as soon as the video is done being made, I, like, forget shit that I said. In fact, people will, like, comment on stuff that I said in videos, and I'm like, did I say that? And I'm like, that was 12 hours ago, and I forgot that I said it. So anyway, I did this video about her the other day, and I watched her video. Now, in that video, I said that my 2 big issues, okay, with Robbie Christie was the James Charles situation, of which she has yet to ever acknowledge or address whatsoever, and also the alignment with the anti-trans organization, the possibility that the school was building on her property, things like that, okay? So, you know, when I make videos, like I did this Trisha Paytas video the other day, and I made it very clear that I was just talking about her being on Saturday Night Live. I wasn't talking about all of Trisha Paytas's. I think, like, if I come out and, like, let's say if tomorrow, like, Trisha Paytas released a glitter box. Can you even imagine? Fail. Anyway, if she released, like, Glitterbox 2.0, okay? And let's say that this video was Glitterbox, like, I was doing a reaction to her releasing a Glitterbox 2.0. And I said at the beginning of the video, Trisha Paytas has done a lot of problematic things. I will not be covering this in this video because I have covered that in 30-plus videos in the past. I will not be covering that in this video today. Today, this video is just about Trisha Paytas' Glitterbox 2.0. There would still be those people that were very, very upset with me that in that 20-minute video, I didn't include all of the wrongdoings of the past 10 years of Trisha Paytas, okay? But not every video is a reliving of everything that person did wrong. Sometimes it's just a reaction to exactly what I'm talking about that day. And that's what I did the other day. And so I was talking about her newest video, and that I watched her newest video, and I actually loved that newest video because the style of it, and I think, like, maybe that's not what I said, but, like, the style of it, the way that she just kind of seemed to, like, be sitting there talking to her audience. She does this a lot in videos, but She has seemed in the last couple videos of hers that I've watched, and I do not watch every Kristi video, the last couple videos that I have watched of hers where she's kind of like just talking to her audience, they did seem scripted. In fact, I know that they were scripted because I could tell in one of them, she did like a voiceover of it. It was when she was cleaning her kitchen, if you remember. That was when she wanted to tell everybody, like, when you watch this kind of hateful shit out there, like Peter Monn's videos, then that's why you're filled with hate in your heart and things like that, okay? It was a teaching moment. Robbie D. Kristi, I don't know if you guys, she's a teacher. She's a school teacher. So anyway, so she's going to build a school on her property, okay? The school of, I don't know, Jesus Christ or something. But anyway, so she's going to build that school on her property, but she don't mention it now anymore. Now her sister's not moving on her property. And so that's what she said in the last video. But when I watched this video, just that video, I wasn't bringing up all the past stuff, okay? I liked the authenticity of Kristi in that video, okay? There was a whole part in there where she talked about her religious journey. Well, like I said, y'all, Mama tried. I tried so hard, okay? I was like, listen, my sobriety date's coming up. It's a new year. I always try to see the good in people. I really do, okay? People that, if I say that and people throw that in my face, the next Jeffree Star video that I come out and I say, Jeffree Star is a horrible person, a Jeffree Star superfan will be like, I thought you tried to see the good in Jeffree Star. Show me the good in Jeffree Star and I will call out the good in Jeffree Star. Hi, how are you? Let me know the good in Jeffree Star and I will sure as shit get on camera. I've said the good about Jeffree Star. I've said it. I've said that Jeffree Star has done a lot of things behind the scenes that people do not know that is really, really good, okay? So, I mean, I've said certain things about these people in the past. I take all of that into consideration. But when you have somebody out there that I always considered, like Kristi, a voice of reason, and then that person almost kind of doubles down. I mean, she had even made kind of like some indirect statements, like pointing the finger at me. I was not the one. When I said it in a video, people were like, where are you even coming up with this shit, Peter? People sent it to me. People were like, oh no, she's making digs at Peter in her videos. And I went back and I watched it and I was like, at first I was kind of like, is she though? And then I was like, no, if there's more than 3 or 4, you know, she's making digs. Listen, Kristi, we ain't either one of us in high school anymore, okay? You don't have to subliminally tweet me, okay? You can straight up just text me if you wanted to and say, listen, you sorry piece of shit, I can't stand you, okay? And I'd say, hey, Kristi, I'm sorry that you feel that way. But when I think of you, Kristi, all I think about is our love. Oh, I got it. But no, Kristi could tweet. She could text me that. She'd say, listen, you sorry piece of shit. I cannot stand you, okay? And like somebody suggested on her video, that her husband should sue me. I don't know why she shouldn't sue me instead of her husband. Sue me for what? An opinion on a public figure? Okay. That'll probably go real well in the court of law, okay? And Kristi is already talking about how she ain't got no money to build her sister a house. Trust me, she ain't gonna spend no money suing Peter Monn, okay, for having an opinion in a YouTube video that ain't nobody watching anyway, okay? So she ain't gonna sue me about that. But feel free, Kristi, okay? Feel free to sue me on my opinion, which, you know, still, hopefully in the United States, I'm allowed to have my opinion. So anyway, so Kristi, she did this video and she talked about like her religious history and her journey and, you know, and her husband having been an atheist and then he was searching and all this kind of stuff. And it was interesting because like I was reading like some of the first comments and like one of the first comments I got on there is like, Kristi turned into a Bible thumper and that's all her channel is about. And I was like, well, that's kind of, it was something like that. And I was like, well, that's kind of drastic because, I mean, I've watched some Kristi videos and I don't know. I mean, listen, Linda, I take huge issue, okay, with the fact that she has never come out and addressed the James Charles situation. I take huge issue with the fact that she's never addressed her alignment with an anti-LGBTQIA plus organization. I take huge issue with that. That does not go away because I watch one Kristi video and it's kind of like, this is the Kristi that I miss. And that was kind of what I was saying, was that at the end of it, I said, maybe I need to look through the cracks a little bit. And I think in honesty, that statement was maybe a little too fair to Kristi. A lot of people in the comment sections were like, you're being really fair to Kristi. I was being really fair to Kristi in that video. I was really super fair to Kristi in that video. Remember that from people who say Peter is never fair to anybody, okay? I was really fair to Kristi in that video, and I'm not taking that back. I liked that video. I enjoyed that video. But I think, you know, several days out, reading some of the comments, just in layman's terms, not a 40, well, this might end up being a 45-minute video because I'm going to read some of your comments. I don't know. But what I really was wanting to say was this. Watching that video made me realize, and especially her talking about her religious history, true or not, whatever people want to make of that religious history that she talked about in that video, I enjoyed the video of Christie just doing a get ready with me where she was just sharing pieces of her life. What it took me to was I didn't understand with the James Charles situation and with the school or with the anti-LGBTQIA plus organization that she was aligned with allegedly, why she couldn't have done a video when that happened, when those things happened, just being like, hey, I'm doing my hair, I'm doing my makeup, let's just talk about this, okay? That's what Christie has built her career on. That's what Christie has always done. I didn't understand watching this video that seems so authentic about her sharing things. She says at the beginning of the video, I don't want to share personal things, and then she shares very personal things. So I didn't understand watching this video, which felt to me kind of like a return to the old Raw Beauty Christie videos where she didn't seem like so nervous and so pissed off at the world. Because I said that in the video. I said she seems real pissed off at people. Like she's like, I have to get on video and explain these things or do these, I have to do these videos for you, you know? And that's how it kind of feels like when I watch more videos these days. Other people said that they felt the same way. Other people were like, oh yeah, I felt that way about Christie for a long time. So what I was saying was, I don't really understand if Christie can get on video and she can call a video all the questions you want to ask me. Don't tell me she didn't get a bunch of questions. This is where I say, when people do a video and the reason I say this is because I think people don't think about this, okay? I just think like, when I watched Q&As back in the day before I started doing them, I don't think people thought this way. What they do is they say, send me questions on Instagram. Then let's say if they get 600 questions. I probably get 500 or 600 questions whenever I get it. A lot of them are repeats. And then you can go through and you can like, let's just say she picks 8 questions that she's going to answer. Most people that I know that do Q&As, and they've told me this, they'll pick 6 to 8 questions. They already have prepared in their head what they're going to talk about before they ever get on film. If you watch my Q&As, I literally just roll through the questions. Okay, and I'm like, oh, okay. Sometimes I've read them, sometimes I haven't. But they very deliberately pick so they are forming their video before they get on video. Christie, before she ever did that Q&A, so they act like, oh, I'm just going to sit down here. Where do you think those questions just pop up out of the blue? They've already picked the questions that they're going to talk about. She already knew before she got in that video, she was going to talk about her religious history. I'm not stupid enough to know that this was her response. Her talking about, my sister is no longer building on my property, was her answering the question about the school, okay? Because if her sister isn't on her property, then they probably aren't building the school. Her talking about her son being 4 years old, and are they going to public school? Are they going to private school? Are they going to do Montessori? Is she going to do Waldorf schooling? That was her answer to, I'm not building a school on my property, folks, okay? I'm not stupid. I'm fully aware of that. That was her answer to, stop asking me about the school. I'm not building a school on my property anymore because you guys gave me so much shit about it. And this is the attitude of her that I don't like, okay? Is that what she's basically saying is, y'all gave me so much shit that no, I'm not doing it. Do I believe that Christie is no longer building a house on her sister a house on her property because of cost? Yeah, a lot of people, it's struggle times out there financially, okay? Did I get a hint in that video of Christie kind of saying, yeah, my views are down and I'm not getting as many sponsorships as I used to, and time sucks, and I screwed the pooch because I didn't address these things, and now I have to come out and address these. So this is how I'm going to address it? Yeah. Is Peter Monn somebody in his entire life, okay, whether it comes to friendships, romantic relationships in the past, or whatever, okay, will take a nickel on a dollar? Absolutely 100%, okay? So if this was the least that we were going to get from Christie, I felt like it was a little bit, okay? A little bit too late, probably. A little bit of acknowledgement, yes. I was not stupid when I watched the video. I knew that her coming out and talking about her kid and what school she was going to pick for her kid was her way of saying, I'm not building a school on the property. So you guys can quit asking about the anti-LGBT school organization. I knew that her talking about her sister and building the house was her way of saying, my sister's not building a house on my property, we're not building a commune anymore, okay? Her going in her religious history and talking about her religious journey, which I liked listening to because it was a personal story of hers, which I love listening to, was her way of coming around to the very end and saying, I'm not a fundamentalist, I'm the farthest thing from it, which even though she said it, people still said in my comment section, she is 100% a fundamentalist, okay? Well, that's based on the things that Christie has put out there, the people that she and her husband follow on Instagram. People send me all the time, okay, who Christie and her husband follow on Instagram. They follow some very fundamentalist, right-wing Christian people, okay? So is it a far reach that people would think that Christie was a fundie? No, it doesn't surprise me at all that people think that. you know, and that she's one of these people that's going to go. I mean, I was watching The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and when Whitney and her husband are talking about going out and building some property in Homestead, I was like, oh my God, here we go, Robbie Christie 2.0. I mean, we already know what that type is, right? You know? And so, does it surprise me that people think that? No. But I felt like it was at least something that she was giving us. And what I was kind of saying was, I think this is where it's sad, right? Is that it's dropped so low, like, Christie hasn't come out and addressed anything, that I'm willing to take scraps at this point as a former viewer of hers and a former fan and lover of Raw Beauty Christie. Not that kind of lover, but when I think of you, Raw Beauty Christie, all I think about, well, typically is that phone call that we had that you lied to me straight to my face, but sometimes I think about our love. Oh, Christie, you're so fun. You're so fun. You blow my mind. Hey, Christie. Hey, Christie. Oh, Christie, you're so fun. You're so fun. You blow my mind. Hey, Christie. Hey, Christie. I mean, if you're going to get into the shallows with this, if you're going to get into the shallows, I've had so many musical references in this video. Have you guys missed half of them? Okay, go back and watch it. You'll pick up all of them. And then I'll make more money for AdSense this month too. Okay, but I have had so many musical references in this video so far. Anyway, Gucci, Louis, Fendi, Prada. All the things that Christie never had but wish she had. Anyway, that's so stupid. Because she, you know, got a video and she said, Gucci and PJs, and we knew she was talking about Jeffree Star. She should have just said Jeffree Star. But that's the thing about Christie, is she's always been kind of like real ambiguous about what she's talked about. Okay. So, you know, listen, it's Christmas, it's a new year, and my sobriety birthday's coming up. I'm like, let's be nice to somebody. I was like, I don't know what I was going through that night. I don't when I watched Christie's video. I don't know what I was going through, but I did like that video. I did. It kind of, you know what? It was like, okay, for a second, and I know that we do not live in this world, but for 23 minutes or whatever the video was, I was able to set aside all my issues that I had with Christie and just kind of enjoy Christie for 23 minutes or however long the video was, right? And just listen to her tell a story. What pissed me off so bad when I was done with it was that I was like, why can't she not just come out and address this? And this is where I said, I think that her adding to the conversation would have been a valid point, okay? If you want to believe in this shit, stand the fuck behind it, okay? If you are anti-trans, anti-LGBT, stand the fuck behind it. That's where I'm at with it, okay? You want our money too, and you want to stand behind that shit? Oh no, I'm not about all that, okay? And I still hold to that. But this video of hers was like, I miss this Christie, but I miss that Christie when she would actually come out and address things, okay? And I don't think that Christie's been around for quite some time. I think that Christie done left the room, like Elvis. Another musical reference. But I think that Christie's left the room, okay? But what I was talking about at the end of my video was that I think the expectations are different for people, okay? For example, I think that if Michaela Nogueira, let's just say, came out and she did similar things, all right? I think that if Michaela Nogueira, okay, I don't know really, honestly. Let me think about this for a second. If Michaela Nogueira came out, well, Michaela Nogueira invited James Charles to her wedding. I mean, there are pictures there, you know? Ain't nobody, I mean, I made videos about it. Nobody cares. They call her the unbothered queen. So I was talking about how the expectations are completely different, you know? Robbie Christie, that, because she's been in the past the voice of reason, that's actually a really good example. Robbie Christie, okay, who is somebody that has been the voice of reason or talked about problematic stuff in the past, you know, she comes out and it's found that she's following James Charles. And listen, I think Michaela Nogueira is problematic as shit, okay? So I make that very, very clear. And I think she's even problematic as shit more for having James Charles to her wedding or aligning herself from her. But Michaela Nogueira, unlike Robbie Christie, and this is where the expectation thing is different, has never shied away from the fact, since she started getting Chanel purses, okay, that she was in it for the dollar. So do I think that she aligns herself with James Charles because she thinks that he might help her out a little bit somewhere along the line? Yeah, absolutely I do. Okay, and she will never come out and address her alignment with James Charles or talk about his predatorial behavior or anything, you know? And that's where we think of Christie when she started doing commentary. And I think this is partly also why Christie said she wanted to get away from commentary. I feel like the video is going to stop in just a second. I'm almost at the 30-minute mark. Hold on. Yeah, it's going to stop in 2 seconds. Hold on. Okay, when Christie started doing, like, commentary, okay, and she started talking about, like, her opinions about the beauty influencer space and things like that, I remember later she came out and she said she didn't really want to do that anymore because it was really, like, what she was saying was people are starting to hold me to the same standards that I'm holding other people to, right? Michaela Nogueira really hasn't come out and done that. She just shows everything that she gets in PR and all the purses that she buys and all that kind of stuff, right? So I don't think that people are really looking at Michaela Nogueira as a voice of reason or that they really even think that she really thinks deeply about a lot. Let's just be honest, okay? I don't really, when I think of Michaela Nogueira, I don't think that she's having deep conversations sitting around. I think she's thinking, you know, like, oh my God, did I get more PR? Did they send a purse? That's what I think Michaela Nogueira thinks. But I do think that Christie thinks deeply about these things. So when I was saying this the other day, okay, I will be honest with you, okay, if Michaela Nogueira had a family member that was aligned with an anti-LGBTQI plus organization, I do not think that Michaela Nogueira would come out and address it. And I think people would call her the unbothered queen. But I do think that people would take issue with it, okay? I do think they would. There are so many people within the spectrum of the LGBTQI plus community that are interested in the makeup industry and the beauty industry that you're not going to be able to do something like that and people are just going to ignore it. But I think that Michaela wouldn't address it either, you know? I don't know. I think this is interesting that I'm going to make this statement because I would have said this statement about Christie 5 years ago. I think that Michaela has aligned herself with so many people within the LGBTQI plus community that I would have a hard time believing that she would come out with a stance like that or even be aligned with anything like that because I think she's made it pretty obvious that she is an ally of the LGBTQI plus community. But I also felt that way about Christie, and I think that's what surprised most people, right? So when I got in this video the other day, I wasn't excusing the James Charles situation or the trans issue or the anti-LGBTQI plus issue at all, okay? And her getting in a video and saying, well, I love all people, that for me, and somebody said this in here, the comment, I don't know where the comment is, I might find it because I'm going to read some comments here in a second, but somebody said that comment in the video, and when they said it, I was like, damn, like that is very valid. Somebody said her getting in the video and saying that her saying in the video, I'm not fundamentalist, I'm the farthest thing from it, I love all people. Somebody commented and said that felt a very, like, Black Lives Matter comment, like, I love all people. Like, I love all lives matter kind of thing is what this person was saying that it felt like to them. And I was like, damn, that's kind of a very true statement, you know? That Christie cannot come out in a video, even though she has these allegations, and say, listen, you guys, okay? I love trans people. I love the LGBTQI plus community. And in fact, I'm an ally of the LGBTQI community. She can't come out and say that. She says, I love everyone. And I was like, when I read that comment, I was like, damn. But when I read the majority of the because I thought it was a very valid comment that somebody left. When I read these comments, I was like, I was trying to be fair to Christie. Okay, is Christie's career dead? I mean, I've kind of hinted at the fact that I thought it was dying, but did she screw the pooch? Because I'm telling you right now, the comments on that video were not in favor of Christie at all, okay? And like I said, when, I was just, in all honesty, there was a part of me that was kind of like, maybe Christie will come out and she'll address it before the end of the year. But then when I started reading the comments, I was like, no, this is as good as it's going to get for Christie, I mean, I'm not on the fence with Christie. I'm out, okay? Like, I said at the end of the video, maybe, I mean, I go back and forth. My best friend Tanya Jean says all the time, I can change my opinion at a moment's notice. I said at the end of the video, I said, maybe I need to read between, like, the lines with Christie of what she's saying. And then I started getting comments like the comments that I just addressed, and I was like, or maybe I don't. Maybe I was right all along about how I felt about Christie. And I do believe that there are certain issues. I do not believe that influencers, public figures need to address every issue of their life, okay? I mean, that's ridiculous. But when you're talking about your alignment, especially in the political climate that we live in right now, especially where, trans rights are being taken away and things like that, and the LGBTQI plus community, we are fearful for our rights, okay? I think when a majority of your audience is either an ally of the LGBTQI plus community or they're part of the LGBTQI plus community, I think maybe that is an issue that you would want to come out and address. I think that when you are somebody that has called out other predators like Colleen Ballinger, and then you are following James Charles and liking his pictures, okay, as of recent, okay, like as of that, the day before I made that video, then maybe that would be something that you would want to come out and address, or maybe not if you're Christie. I think it's, especially based on the comments that I got, I think it's really fucked her career that she didn't come out and address it. And I kind of watched, you know, when the James Charles situation happened, like I said, I made the video, a lot of people made TikToks about it, and then there were articles written about it, and she started gradually losing, per video, a lot of views. And then after the situation this summer happened with the anti-trans and the school situation, she started losing a lot more views and subscribers. And I think it's really hurt her not addressing these things. And that's what I was saying, that I think it's different expectations for different people. I don't think anybody holds Michaela Nogueira to this moral high standard, okay? I do think that people hold Christie to that. And I kind of compared myself to the same situation. I think that because, and that's where I think people go, oh, Peter thinks he's the moral high ground. Peter, no, I don't think any of that. I don't, okay? I'm a work in progress, and I fuck up all the time, and I will, right? But I think I do talk about, I said I wish that she would enter the conversation. I like to have conversations about things, you know? But I think, like, you know, I was going to say, if you're going to start a makeup skincare channel, don't get into the weeds. Don't start having deep conversations about things, because then those things will be expected of you. And I think that's helped Michaela out. But that also helps Michaela be an unbothered queen, and she never has to address anything. At some point, it's going to bite her in the ass, right? I don't know. But I think it also, at the end of the day, is, what do you stand for? Do you just care about the money? Or is it important for you to stand up for things that are important too? It's important for me to stand up for things that are important to me, you know, and to talk about those things. So I wanted to get in here and read some of these comments. I'm just going to go from the top comments down. I'm not going to read the names or anything like that. Somebody said, you know it's serious when there's no intro. Oh my God, because I had no intro. Somebody said, yikes, I know. Somebody said, exactly. That comment has 220 likes on it. About my intro? Oh my God. People are just talking about how they fast forward through my intro. Oh my God, my intro. My intro. Yo, Janet. Okay, we're not going to do it again. Somebody said, she saved it for December. I'm always suspicious in December. 141 likes. Okay. Oh, this is a long one. Hold on. How many does this have? 93. Somebody said, Peter, I love your kind heart and willingness to give Raw Beauty Christie another chance. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. As a viewer, I have given her several chances, and as far as we know, she's still a predator protector. I went away, watched her latest video before commenting. I feel for her with her losses in life, but I think we all have crap. I agree. I don't use, okay, this person shares some very personal stuff in here, which I'm not going to put on video. I gave her a lot of grace, but basically what she's saying is, I've gone through some horrific shit too, okay? I gave her a lot of grace. I asked her questions very politely and respectfully. One of the things that people said in here is, Peter, you're talking about this, you're talking about that, but you're not talking about the hundreds and thousands of people that ask her simple questions and she blocked and deleted them. She blocked their comments, she deleted their comments, she blocked them off of Instagram, she blocked them off her channel. I'd kind of forgotten about that, you know? I'd kind of forgotten about that. Okay, so she responded by immediately blocking me. So given it's a one-way relationship and she's going to pivot between a smart-ass making underhand comments directed to even yourself, and then in the next video be the nice old Raw Beauty Christie, I say, sorry, no. She is building something on her property, as in her last clearing video, she catches the building frame through her window. Oh, I was not aware of that. Oh, okay. I was so respectful and kind asking her about James. I only unsubscribed a couple of months ago because I kept holding off. I think she is getting worried financially and she's trying to mend a few bridges. That could be very true. And I am somebody that is easily swayed. So, you know, like, because I like to give people chances, you know, especially when they're people that I've liked in my past. Maybe I'm too gullible. I don't know. I think she's getting worried financially and she's trying to mend a few bridges. You know, they say, if a person shows you who they are, pay attention. I'd rather invest the time and support into creators that are genuine. If you look at her uploads, she's doing the videos that pull the large numbers. Sorry, I'm not supporting someone who just deletes people who have followed since day one and are simply going to the source for info rather than joining the masses and making assumptions. If that's how she deals with people, I'm not interested. I'm out. 93, like, okay, let's see what the comments are. Somebody said 100%. Somebody said exactly this. Interesting. Very well thought out comments. Somebody said, when people show you who they are the first time, believe them. People are all right. My Angelo getting quoted for days up in the comment sections. All right, I miss Maya. Somebody said, when you said I took some notes. Oh, I read this one. This is the other day. This is so funny. When you said I took some notes, I swear I thought you said, and I had to smoke. I was like, damn girl, that bad? I did. No, I didn't say that. That was 133 likes. Somebody said same. Somebody said I'm crying at damn girl that bad. Somebody said if he had to light a cig because of her, I wouldn't blame him. Oh, well, okay. Somebody said, I think you're a better man than me. I miss that Raw Beauty Christie too, but she's gone. She can say she's all about love, but the actions have to support that. I'm not holding my breath. 115 likes. Somebody said, all about love, yet puts an anti-trans shirt on her child. Harder on Jacqueline about the lipsticks than on James the Predator. Totally bizarre and disappointing. I mean, I think these are very, very valid points. Somebody said, if I could only remember the exact video, but I'm almost certain you made a joke that Christie would address all this in December when AdSense is at its highest, aka use it for clicks, bingo. 197 likes. Somebody said, he totally said, oh, hey, Mayor, how are you? Mayor said that. He totally said that. Somebody said he did. Psychic of the world. Oh, yeah, he definitely did. I don't remember saying that, but if I did, I did. Okay. Somebody said, it's not about what Christie says that is right or wrong. It's about what she is not saying. And I think this is, I read this comment. I think this is a very important comment. I can have some empathy, but she waited until December to utter a word. And even those of us that are not creators know that it's money-making season. I stopped watching so many creators because they rarely make content. But when I do, oh my God, 7 videos yesterday. You better not stop watching. But when December comes, they start pumping videos out daily. I mean, girl, I notice it too. Good luck to them. Somebody said, I certainly respect your understanding of her saying she's like searching spiritually. I want to say this, okay? My video the other day, I don't necessarily think it missed the mark. It just was where I was at that day. I had, if you watch my vlog, gone through, and I shared this in the video the other day, I had gone through a bit of a spiritual crisis the week before, okay? A lot of kind of God moments and things have happened in the last week. Coincidence, God moments, I don't know. But a lot of things that felt kind of magical. I think watching her video, there was a part of me that really related to it. And I think that's what Christie has always done for me in the past. And maybe, I don't know, watching the video, I was missing that part of Christie. It doesn't excuse all the shit. It doesn't take it all away. I think I just missed that, you know? Somebody said, but this person said, I certainly respect your understanding of her saying she's like searching spiritually, but I can't say I'm surprised people still don't believe her. Because honestly, why is it that portraying and supporting hateful groups and ideologies is part of her search for faith or answers? I think it's a very valid question. I'm certainly not above mistakes like no one else is, but how is she simultaneously deeply thoughtful, but also not, and I love that you in here say that you own, like, I'm making mistakes too. Like, I think that's the thing I never understand about some of these people is, I mean, we all make mistakes. Like I said, I'm not a perfect person. I'm a work in progress. I'm going to fuck up probably 5 or 20 times today, you know? But that's also opportunities for growth. It's not opportunities for ignoring it and moving forward to make your coin, you know? But how she is simultaneously deeply thoughtful, but also not intentional enough to be crystal clear about supporting trans people. I don't understand the vague support of marginalized people, but the clear support of hateful ideologies. Speak up, Christie. At the end of the day, you are still a much more understanding person than I, and that's why I like to hear your opinion, Peter. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Somebody said, well said. Somebody said, I will never understand why these people had to search for religion and spirituality via hateful ways. Exactly this. Speak up, especially now. I couldn't agree more. And I think that one of the things you're saying is, it's not like she necessarily has to come out and say, I 100% support trans people, or I 100% don't, support trans people, or I don't align with that ideology whatsoever. But come out and tell us exactly what it is you do feel. Okay, if that's part of your search, then where is that in your search? That you're struggling with gay people? I've had people in my life say that to me. I've had people in my life that I've worked with in the past, people that I've known that are not in my life anymore, that say to me, I just, you know what? I cannot look at your marriage the same way that I look at my marriage. They don't hide behind it. I'm like, I'm sorry that you feel that way. You also won't be in my life anymore, okay? But because that's how I feel, because I have to protect my space, okay? And I think that's what I've said that a lot of people do not understand when I hold this stance. It's like, why can't Christie believe what she wants to believe? Christie fucking can believe whatever she wants to believe, and I also have the right to protect my space. And part of my protecting my space is not supporting financially by putting people's monies in their pockets. If she is doing this because it's AdSense month, me watching that video the other day is helping put some money in her pocket, okay? And if it is true that she's against these belief systems, I would never have watched that video if I knew 100% that that's how she feels, you know? But she's never come out and said one way or the other. Somebody said, Peter, you're going to want to wait for the duration of the video before you jump right in and start leaving a comment. Me, happy birthday, Lena! Oh, I love that. Okay. Somebody said, the views have been low. She finally decided to address what people want to know. Be serious. I'm so over her. She didn't address it at all. She didn't, she minimally addressed it by sharing her spiritual journey and then saying, I love all people. She addressed the school situation by saying that they're looking for schools for her son. But if she's building something on her property, I'm not aware of that. Somebody said, you're a better person than me. Personally, I love everyone. It's what the bigots I've known will say while also being anti-LGBTQ. Until she actually addresses things specifically, I personally won't watch her again. Somebody said, oh, thank God for you, Peter. I saw her story about how she was so nervous to answer these questions, and I thought I'll wait for Peter's video. Somebody said, am I the only one who, while Peter was listing his OG beauty commenters subjects, was singing the song. Somebody said, I think being held to a higher standard isn't always a bad thing. Well, I said that in the video. I said I take it as a compliment sometimes. It's hard, but I take it as a compliment. It means you have demonstrated morals and character that define you and is admirable and honorable about you. When it's expected that you're a jerk because that is how you constantly represent yourself, then there is no standard to... okay, but this is what I was saying about it in the video the other day. Okay, it's one thing when you're talking about, you know, predators like James Charles supporting them, and you're talking about anti-LGBTQI plus organizations. It's a different thing when I see multiple influencers on Instagram and in YouTube videos vape and smoke cigarettes, okay? And I know all these people smoke and vape and things like that, and yet that I'm on a beach in Florida years ago smoking a cigarette, and I'm getting threatened that people are going to dox my information and send pictures of me smoking to all of the drama channels, that if I don't come out and address my smoking cigarettes, that they are going to, like, I mean, that's ridiculous, okay? I'm talking about that kind of standard that I'm held to, right? That multiple channels, not just drama channels, but multiple channels. I mean, Jeffree Star smokes weed in videos and things like that, you know? If I ever smoked a cigarette or vaped, a nicotine vape, I mean, can you even imagine? People would lose their shit. Seriously, you know? It's like, it's unbelievable to me. That's the expectation that I'm held to, you know? I don't know. It's crazy to me. I take it as a compliment when it comes to moral issues, but I'm not talking about those kind of issues, okay? I would never demand something of that, you know? Of somebody like that. I mean, that's ridiculous. Somebody said, as an atheist, I don't mind you speaking about beliefs. It's troublesome when people make statements that are exclusionary, such as, I know my life is right because I got God on my side, implying people who are without God are not on the right path. My husband's 100% an atheist, and our marriage works completely fine. I totally get what you're saying here. It's when it's framed in a way that can be demeaning is when I hate it, but you've never bothered me personally. Well, I always say people should believe what I believe too. And then, okay, I wanted to read the one that somebody said... Somebody said, Peter, are you finding that James Charles follow and like and just dealing with it was such a moment in commentary history? They're talking about when it was brought to my attention that I still follow James Charles on TikTok, even though I was calling everybody out for following James Charles, and that somebody brought it to my attention that, I mean, it was in a very nasty way that they brought it to my attention, but they brought it to my attention that I still had a pinned comment on his video, or one of my videos from years ago, like probably when I was talking to James Charles, and so I went in and I blocked him on YouTube so he couldn't leave any comments, and I unfollowed everybody on TikTok. It's that easy. And I talked about it in a video, and I said it's been brought to my attention that this stuff happened. This is where I say it's not that hard to address, and people are like, they don't have to address it. Okay, I didn't have to address it either, but I did. And it was easy. Because I wanted people to know that if I'm going to call people out for aligning themselves with James Charles, I don't align myself with James Charles, and I'm going to make it fucking clear that I don't. So fucking clear that I don't follow anybody on TikTok, blocked him on YouTube, and then turned around within 24 hours and addressed it. So no, I don't think it's a lot to ask some of these people at 6 months of inviting them to his wedding, okay, and a year later that Christie hasn't addressed it, or Daniel Prada and all these people that are holding up birthday cakes and you did it at my birthday dinner. No, I don't think it's a lot to ask that they address it. Another example. And even though I addressed it, that shit's still thrown up in my face. Michaela Noguera invited him to her wedding, and he attended her wedding. Peter Monn, okay, doesn't even aware that I follow him on TikTok, and had a pinned comment, and I take care of it in 24 hours, and yet people have just thrown it up to me in the last week. Right? Yet again, a different standard, okay? So I understand that people are held to different standards. But I think that's a good question. Like, why aren't we holding Michaela to that? Why are we not holding Michaela to the standard that, I mean, she's not just a predator protector, she's a friend of a predator. I mean, she's a good friend. She had him at her wedding where there were children present. I mean, let's just be fucking clear about that. And I did make a video about that at the time, okay? I think that's a weird fucking vibe to invite a self-proclaimed predator to your wedding that they're not even that great of friends because you want to have the potential of having every TikTok star at your wedding. Okay, Michaela, why don't you come out and address that, you know? So, then somebody said, bingo, Peter called it. It's December, and here she is. Oh, this was the comment. Somebody said she turned into a complete Bible thumper, and it's giving, I'm just going to read the comment, white supremacy, cult vibes. I don't know that I necessarily agree with that, but this is what somebody said. Somebody put bingo. Somebody said it was a huge eye-opening seeing the people her husband follows. There is no way any of those people are for love everybody. You cannot follow some of the crap and claim love. I haven't looked at all of them, but people send them to me all the time. Somebody said, I don't buy the love, I love everyone cop out. Say what you do and don't support so your followers know and can base their decision whether to follow you or not. Somebody said, you're better than me, Peter. I went to the source and asked questions during the James Charles follow and likes era. I got blocked. She can kick rocks with socks. Christie has shown herself to be a coward. Somebody said, this is a long comment. They said, I really miss Christie as well. I loved her videos, and I was really bothered by her choice not to address things. Somebody said, it's because, okay. Yes, all of this. Somebody said, can you forgive someone? Okay, wait, this is like a personal question. Somebody said, I've watched various videos of yours for many years, and I honestly don't think I've ever commented, but it felt important to comment on this one first. I'm an atheist, so this season has not much to do with my take, but I do know people refer to this time of year as being one of forgiveness and starting over. My take is that the most human thing that we can do is evolve in our actions, our thoughts, and in our speech. You've obviously evolved your opinion because you're an authentic human, and I appreciate that. I mean, I was trying. I don't know. Maybe I was fooled. Now I'm feeling fooled. You know what I mean? Y'all watching Survivor? I feel like Teeny. Like, I didn't see shit that was going on, and I was fooled by one video. Christie was cool at first, relatable and funny as fuck, but the more popular she got with followers, she became so full of herself, it just got obnoxious, and I didn't enjoy watching her anymore. She's a definite know-it-all, so for me, I'd have to have a bunch of people tell me that she's become more humble and not so pretentious anymore for me to even give her a shot to watch. And somebody said, and then the same person said, when you spoke on her anger, that goes along with the know-it-all part for me, and she just got to where she was in that mentality so much, and it didn't come off as, I think she thinks, thought it did. It looks more like, as a matter of fact, I know this, and y'all don't, and that's your problem. It just became so obnoxious. Somebody responded and said, the Christie I watched became, because I enjoyed her, and the Christie now are two totally different people, sadly, which is too bad. I wanted to see if I could find that comment that somebody left about... somebody said, so I decided to watch her episode as I was moved by her response. Also, recently I came across another social channel where the individual shared similar feelings about Christie, the disappointment after having such fond feelings for her. I am always moved by authentic conversations and a quest for humility. It helps me, thank you. I wanted to read the one comment that somebody said I thought was so important. I don't know why. Peter, I hope you don't get disappointed, along with other viewers, for all of you, including Christie, and she needs, in this divisive time, to speak to what she does believe and why. It would help people, especially those that are unsure themselves. Peter's videos, you guys were so sweet in this video. People saying it was beautiful. Okay, somebody said something about the DM they sent me. I mentioned this in DM I sent you, but part of me feels like Christie really felt this way. Why didn't she just come out and address it directly? And the whole blocking and deleting comments from her videos when her audience was justified in asking questions just rubbed me the wrong way. I love Christie, and I hope she can learn from this year and move forward with real content and not mocha latte. Well, girl, I have to end on that comment because I have to say, you know, I had kind of forgotten about that, in all honesty, when Christie came back after the James Charles situation with the mocha latte look. Yeah, I was holding out a lot of hope after I watched that video the other day from Christie, but maybe I was wrong. I don't know. For me, you know, I'm not going to judge somebody based on one video. I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of past the point that I think that if Christie comes out with a video and she addresses James Charles and the anti-trans stuff, like, I would be blown away. I would be blown away. I would love for her to do that because I would love to know her stance on it, but I would be blown away. I don't expect it. I don't think it'll happen. I think this is as close as we're going to get to it. And I think it's maybe sad in retrospect after making my video the other day and saying what I said. I think it's kind of sad that I was holding on to such table scraps at such little pieces as hoping that maybe there was a return to where Christie was. But I think so many of you have seen something that, when I was watching that video, I didn't see, and that the old Christie is gone, you know? So, will the real Christie stand up? Stand up, girl. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.